starting five?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, you're not going to say?
No.
Interesting. Lonnie Walker's not playing today for the Lakers. I guess he obviously had 26 points against you guys last time. So I guess how much does that change what you guys want to do, specifically because they're not a great shooting team?
Doesn't change what we do. I think since I've been here, every time we play this team, someone steps up and plays well. So it'll be somebody else tonight. So we just got to be locked in. And if you want to try to take LeBron at 80 out of the game, other guys are going to have opportunities. So we just got to be smart with that and just make sure we understand the game plan and what we're trying to do.
LeBron's a little over 1,000 points away from catching Kareem. I assume he won't do it tonight, but
I hope not.
he'll get there eventually. When you think about the fact that he will someday be this league's all-time leading scorer, what does that represent to you in terms of an achievement? Is it about his offense? Is it about other things? What do you think that represents?
The biggest thing is just, I think, the hard work he's put in. And to come in at 18 years old and be on top for as long as he has, to meet all the standards and all the pressures he had coming out of high school, he surpassed that and more. Like, people didn't think he would be this. And so just all the hard work and dedication that he's put in. And then, being a pass-first guy, coming out, he's known to be a pass-first guy, and now have a chance to be, the all-time leading scorer. That's huge. And so hopefully we're in town because I'm coming to that game. And if we have a game, I still might come to the game, because that's a big accomplishment. And so, like I said, I love Bron and everything he's done for me and everything he stands for.
Knowing how much he wants to win, and that's how he's always carried himself, how difficult is it right now for him to be in the situation he's in where they're trying to build and
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be fine. I think they're going to be okay. Like you said, have a new system. D-Ham, was a sharp coach. And, when you come in and all of LeBron's situation and teams he played on with new coaches, they always got off to slow starts. It's just been the history of LeBron. And so they're figured out. You got three Hall of Famers over LeBron, AD, and Russ. D-Ham, like I said, is going to do a great job and just trying to figure out, the rotations, guys being in and out of the lineups, guys have been hurt. And so it's going to take a little time. It's still early on in the season. And I'm sure, like we said, with the talent they got with Bron, AD, and Russ, they will be able to figure it out.
Ty, 20 days ago, Russ was starting. Now he's coming off the bench. What are the changes that you've observed from how his game is different when he's coming off the bench versus when he's starting?
I just think just watching film, he's coming in now and then Bron's going to the bench, so Russ having the ball in his hands, more when he comes into the game, instead of him and Bron both having the ball in their hands and one guy standing. So that's one of the biggest difference. But, Russ is Russ. He comes to play every single night. No matter how people say he performs and how he's playing, he comes to compete every single night. And just, 2 years ago, he took a Washington Wizards team to the playoffs, so he can definitely play. That's no question. And like I said, just finding out the right role for him, and he's been great.
Just following up on that, obviously John's been coming off the bench this whole season. Like, what has been that conversation like for a player who started for like a decade, and then you're asking to come to a new team, accept a new role, play maybe a different style? Like, how's it been with him over the course of the season so far?
I've never been that type of player, but I can imagine it's tough. Being a guy that started your whole career and teams being built around you, so it's a little different for him, but he's handled it well. Like I said, he just wants to win, excited to be playing basketball again after missing the last 2 years. And so it's something different for him. We know it's going to take some time. Like I said, it's a process. It's, a new situation for him. And so I love the way he's handling things right now, and, things are going to get better, and we're going to get better as well. So it's going to be a long process for us.
Hey, Ty, back to LeBron, based off of, your guys' time together in Cleveland and then coaching against him, what's jumped out to you with how he's handled the ups and downs of the season in terms of his approach and demeanor?
When I had him or to my now?
Both. Like, when you had him.
I don't know how he's handling now because I'm not around him. Yeah. But in Cleveland, we just knew that we just had to figure things out. And so my saying was if we got LeBron James, we always got a chance to win, And so like I said, it's a tough situation right now because they're just trying to figure things out, figure out rotations, figure out injury situations. And so they're going to be fine. I have no doubt about that. And so like everybody, he doesn't want to lose. He wants to win. And so when you're a competitor, like it's hard. You take it home. Like I do every loss we have. I take it home, and it's tough to get over until you get the next win. That's just how it is. That's the nature of the business. And so people talk about having a release. There's no release when you lose. You got the release is winning the next game, and so. Like he wants to win, and we understand that. And so just, be able to win at a high level is something he's always wanted to do, and it's something he's always done. So I don't think that's going to change.
Ty, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good. So the last time you saw the Lakers, Kawhi was coming off the bench, gave you 14 points, big spark plug. You've had a good slate of games without him. Who do you see in the second unit that can be a spark plug like that in this matchup?
Norman Powell. I think Norm coming off the bench, and I talked about it a couple of days ago, I have to do a better job of getting him going because he can't score the ball at a high volume, and he does a great job of shooting a great percentage when he has the ball in his hands. And so I'm just getting him more involved, running more stuff for Norm to try to get him more comfortable coming off the bench. And he's been playing well, as of late, just making the right plays, making the right reads. And last game he was huge for us. I think 6 or 7 from the field with 17 points off the bench.
And how are you liking the chemistry with the second unit so far this season?
We've still been changing things up here and there. It's been different. It's going to be a process. It's not going to be easy. It's early on. We got a lot of guys that deserve to play. See T-Man the last couple games, how he's been playing, and, getting Rocco back, who's been out with, who was out with COVID. So just trying to, figure out the rotations and, get our team back so we can kind of put it together. But it's just right now it's just, hit or miss and just trying to figure it out.
Ty, I know you said it's killing Kawhi not to be able to play. Is there anything you're able to get out of him from the sideline, maybe as a secondary coach kind of thing, or different things that he sees throughout the shoot-arounds, the games that you guys have had?
Yeah, his voice has been great. I think during timeouts, on the bench talking to the guys, just his voice and his presence alone is huge for us, especially for our younger guys like T-Man and Amir, and new guys like John and Norm. And so he's been good, in that regard, and just being around and just having his voice.
How have you seen the communication defensively? I know early in the season a lot of back cuts, and they put you guys in rotation a lot. Have you seen the communication improve defensively over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, we've gotten better. Still have a long ways to go, but on both sides of the basketball, we're trending up. I think we've been doing some really good things, and I really don't gauge it off wins and losses. I gauge it on how we're playing, and if we're picking up things and we're doing things the right way. In the last 6 games, we've been doing that.
Hey, Ty, you brought up an interesting point that often throughout his career, LeBron has had slower starts when he's on a new team or under a new coach. Why do you think that is, and what was it that helped you to specifically get over that hump?
Because, as a new coach, you got to understand LeBron, and, he plays 5 positions. So, just where he likes the ball on the floor, where he's comfortable at, how you want to use him on a night-to-night basis. And it takes a long time to figure that out. He plays the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so just trying to figure that out and how it goes well with your team, with a new system, with a new coach, and it just takes some time.